post on Instagram real quick, and we'll get into this. And we will get into this unboxing. All right. It should be posted on the Instagram. And now my YouTube don't want to work. I hope this did not just crash, because that would be hella unfortunate. Oh my god. Bro, guys, is the stream working? Let me know. Because on my phone, this thing is like frozen right now. So let me know if it's just my Temu phone. Yo, who we got? Who we got? We got Mikey Tron, Lego Man, Anthony, Canadian Syrup, Goji. I don't know how to pronounce Enrique. Yes, Enrique. There you go. Dragon Motion, Venom, Venom Reviews. I mean, Cyber Kaiju, Cosmic Kiryu, Lego Man. What's good? What's good? Dragon Motion. What did I return to, bro? You said what? What's good, Dante the GOAT? Maximilian Studios. I got my Grail yesterday. What was your Grail? What's your Grail figure that you're referring to? Yo, let me tell you guys a story about this figure right here, okay? So, as you guys know, your boy has been collecting for quite a long time, you know, since I was a wee little lad. And listen, I don't know how to explain this, but I kind of already know when a figure is going to be like a super big release. Now, obviously, it's like every figure can sell out. Every figure eventually will, you know, how do I explain this? Like, go away, then you got to pay a little bit more money to get it because it's no longer available. You know how that goes, guys. But there's certain figures that when they come out, I know day one it's good. Excuse me, it's going to be a massive release. Now, I can tell you a few off the top of my head that I've seen in person. Now, or experience, I mean. The first SH Figuarts Goku Black figure, I remember when that came out, it was insane. Pre-orders everywhere kept getting delayed or sold out. Aftermarket price, aftermarket price was ridiculous. Shouts to my parents, by the way, for paying a lot of money for me to get that figure. Yeah, bro, it was insane. Then, besides that, I'll say the Gear 5 Luffy, the first release was pretty hyped. But this one, bro, I know for years people were begging SHF to make Toji. And it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm with you guys too. How about, yeah, make Homeboy. And, yo, listen, on the SH Figuarts Tamashii Nation store Instagram for Times Square in New York, they announced that it's coming Friday, which is obviously today. So I was like, you know what? I'm on it. So I knew I had to wake up early to make a line because this wasn't going to be a regular release, right? I already knew it. This was going to be a massive release. So, you know, your boy gets up. I go to the store. I made a line. Now, listen, I'm going to say this. I'm grateful that it was organized. The people weren't animals. Because, listen, I've seen some lines in New York where things get wild, bro. Things get wild. And luckily, this was not one of those. This was actually pretty organized, pretty nice. No one was causing the scene. And listen, bro. Your boy waited online, and I got him. I got our guy, Toji, right here. Not only did I get Toji, but I got a second Toji that I'm keeping in the box. So this is the first time ever where I bought two of the same figures to keep. I know this isn't obviously like in a protective case because I need to buy one, but this is the first time where I bought two of the same figures so I can keep one in the box. Now, when I was a kid, I always wanted to do that with my Dragon Ball figures. I mean, obviously, you know, that didn't work out, but with this one, you know, your boy got adult money, so I was like, you know what, let's do it. So I did that because I know it's gonna be worth a lot of money, and I'm keeping it in the box. And that's my story. Now, I'm looking for two other figures in my collection to compare this to. Okay, so now I have all the Jujutsu Kaisen characters that I have. out. So in case anyone asks for comparisons, I'm just gonna compare what I have. But what you guys saying in the chat? What you guys saying? Let's see. Let's see. My guy says the SHF UG figure. Are you talking about the first release? I have the first release one. Dragon Motion says, Yo Unraveled, I got those new Ultra Ego recustom head sculpts. Where'd you buy them from? Where'd you buy them, and would you recommend them? Fireblaze says, today's the day everything shut down due to COVID. It's crazy to think that happened 6 years ago, man. I remember that, like, I remember it like it was yesterday. Enrique, what's good, FigTube? Enrique says, I paid $150 for it, couldn't wait until April. Damn, I paid 100 beans each. This came out to like $208 with tax, because New York tax is ridiculous. But yeah, how much is he retail? I believe he's $100 retail, which is insane. Joseph Gibson says, do you have the Predator action figure? I have 2 of them. Dante says, never watched Jujutsu Kaisen, figure looks good. So here's my thing with Jujutsu Kaisen, right? I'll be completely honest with you guys. You guys know I don't lie to you, I don't BS, nothing. I'll be honest with you guys. I have watched season 1 and 2, right? This is one of those animes or series where I have watched it and I legitimately do not know what's going on. I'm sorry, like I'll just admit it. Jujutsu Kaisen is one of those animes where I legit have watched it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just having fun here. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just be so honest with you guys. So I cannot tell you anything about like lore or like this or that or like anything. Like, all I know is I'm here. I like the show. I think it's fun, and I enjoy it. That's it. that's all I can tell you about this show, bro. I wish I can tell you more about the series, like as I do like other series, like how I'm more like informative. But unfortunately, this is one of those series where I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know the lore like that. I just can't understand it. FigTube says, on Rebel, do you know figures of action reviews? What? What? Wait, what? Lego Man says, Xavier, who would win, Dexter or Scream? I think you mean Ghostface. It's hard to say when it comes to Ghostface, because you guys gotta remember, Ghostface could be anyone. So like, you know what I'm trying to say here? It's like, if you're going about like the already established Ghostface, probably Dexter. But if you're going about like this guy could literally be anyone, then it's hard to say, you know. Like, it's really hard to say. Bro says I got the best selection one. Nah, trust me, that one's good too. I thought about getting that one just because. Dragon Motion says he got the head sculpts from AliExpress, and I highly recommend. Do you know how much tariffs cost for you? Like what's a good estimate that I should expect when it comes to the tariffs? Dragon Motion says, with the second Toji figure, you can swap the head out, and you have Gojo figure. You can make the... Oh, yes. You know what's funny? I got my T13 Gojo figures here to compare it with. Because I don't have that much Jujutsu Kaisen figures, but I have a little bit. Will you ever get Mayfex? Bro, I have tons of Mayfex. What else is there? Moon Guy says, why do you say that New York tax is ridiculous? Is it actually that bad? Yes, it is. Anyone who lives in New York can tell you the New York tax is ridiculous. You guys gotta understand that depending on where you live in the US dictates how many taxes, like, essentially you pay. So, like, if me and you guys order this figure, I will get taxed a lot because I live in New York. It's not even a joke. So, like, let's just say, like, all right, for me, this came... Actually, where's my receipt? I'll tell you guys right now. Bro, you guys want to see? So you guys don't think I'm lying? Give me a second. Look, let me show you guys something real quick. This is how much I paid, guys. Let me show you guys. In case you guys don't understand how much taxes it is in New York. Okay? This is what I gotta deal with. So it was $200 Look how much I had to pay in taxes. You guys want to live in New York? That's all I'm going to say. You guys want to live here? Stay where you are, bro. And it's like that for online and in store. It's not a joke. You guys want to pay that much for taxes? That's all I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. FigTube says I won one of his giveaways today. Wait, whose giveaway did you win? Lego Man says, let me cook Perry the Platypus versus Dokes. Perry's probably going to win. Mikey Tron says, I'm driving and this little kid kept running in the road thinking it's funny. Luckily, I'm at work and they would have been... That's crazy, Mikey. That's insane. That's insane. What? How much did all your T13 cost? Carson, I'm sponsored by T13, so I don't have to pay for any of them. I get them all for free. Yep. Dragon Motion says, bro, for my birthday, I went to the Tamashii Nation store and everything was $500. All right, maybe not everything, but yeah, it is a very expensive. Wait, you're talking about everything you bought in total? That's what you meant? Mikey, what did I just read, bro? What the fuck did I just read? Fireblaze says, if you bought 2 of them, how much did you pay? I paid a grand total of $217.75. Again, this is how much I paid, guys. This is the taxes right here in New York. That's how it is. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but why not just pay in cash? It doesn't matter. See, this is the thing. Some parts of New York, or some places in general, yes, if you pay cash, you get a discount, I guess you can say, or you don't have to pay as much. But no matter what in New York, you're getting finesse, bro. There's just no ifs or whats or buts. I actually know people who drive out of state and buy things in other states and then bring it back to New York to avoid paying tax. But what's good, B.O.? Yo. Fictus says, alright, the guy's name is Figures of Action Reviews and he hosted a giveaway and I won. Bro, actually? What figure did you win? Or what did you win, actually? Dragon Motion says, everything I bought. What did you buy from the store? Alright, that's enough. Let's get into this figure. Alright, listen, guys. Let's get into this. So, we got our boy, Toji. By the way, the line, it was all for this figure. There was some people there actually buying other stuff, but everyone was here for Toji. They had Geto and Gojo, but I didn't buy them. I do plan on buying them though. So we got him in this nice packaging right here. Actually, let me move this out the way so we have more room. This is the side of the box. The artwork goes to the side. This is the back of the box right here. You got, his little accessories and whatnot. I like how it does come with a head sculpt for Gojo. Unfortunately, I don't have that figure, but one day I will get it. And that's about it, really. But let's get into this. So yeah, I bought 2, one to open and then the other one to keep in the box brand new, because mark my words, guys, if you guys don't buy him now, have fun with those prices later. All right, look at this. Look what we got. We got 4 faces, 2 heads, one where the hair's down and then windswept. We got 2 blades. I guess you can say 1 sword and a blade. We got 4 sets of hands, an extra head for Gojo. His purple worm paws. These hands right here, they're like clasped together, and I guess this is the part where you connect the worm to the figure. There you go. But okay, someone just died in the chat for some reason. I don't know what just happened, but all right, someone just got absolutely voided. All right, that was random. But what you guys saying? What cheap Mayfex should I buy? Honestly, bro, there's no cheap Mayfex to buy. There's just not. All of them are expensive. Canadian Sir Goji says, recently got the SH Monster Tsuko Mothra pack. What do you think of it? Is it good? FigTube says, basically GameStop made a blind bag and he said it was ass, but he made it his own. I won it, so I don't know what's in it. But when I'll get it, I'll review and post it. Alright, bet. That's what's up. Carson says, my dad bought me a cool T13 for my birthday. Which one did he buy you? Canadian Sir Goji says, I got a cool stop motion idea. What do you think? Tsuko versus Doug. I think Doug is going to get that W. Fireblade says, not gonna lie, I'm very curious to see how your family reacts to you buying figures that cost hundreds of dollars because if I spent that much, my mother would be concerned. At first, I don't know how to explain it. Growing up, they're the ones obviously buying me my stuff. At first, you know, it was like the regular like retail American figures, and then I got into like Japanese figures, and they were like, all right, homie, these are you guys gotta remember back then figure prices were a lot different compared to now, like a lot different, like. Like it was still expensive, but nowhere near as expensive as it is now. You know what I mean? Like think of it like this, guys. This figure was $100, right? When the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Broly figure came out, that was $80 to $100, and that figure dwarfs this one. So think about that in comparison, you know? But I mean, it's not necessarily like the figures or how much I spent on them. It's more or less like the size of some of them. Like the diorama sets, they're just like, all right, homie. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah. But what's it called? Let's see. Let's get homie out the package. Let's see. If I get a bad copy, everyone in this live stream is getting banned. If this figure sucks or I get a bad copy, everyone here is getting banned. Mark my words. All right. So we're gonna check out the accessories in a second. Let's see what we're working with right here. Guys, let me know if the lighting is good. I have my light on full blast right now. So, yeah. So, all right. So far, looking clean. Nothing too crazy to his design. This is what a typical, I would say, Puerto Rican looks like, you know, or Dominican. Tight ass shirt, and you know, you always gotta have the slippers. You know what I mean? But you guys know the vibes. But listen. Damn, my dog just barked and scared me. But but it looks good though. I mean, look, his design isn't anything too crazy. You know what I mean? Black shirt, sweatpants, slippers. You guys know the vibes. He looks like an e-boy. But so far though, it looks good. Let's take this plastic off. Where's the part where I take the all right, there it is. All right, just pull the plastic right off. Why doesn't he wear socks? I don't know, bro. You know, all right, guys, I gotta ask you guys a question. Speaking of that, do you guys wear socks with your shoes, or do you guys just rock the shoes barefoot? Or, well, not barefoot, but bare, you know, yeah. Like, wait, what? I have to hide all the new figures I buy because my alcoholic father would find them and put them in the blender with milk and made me drink it. What did I just read, bro? What? What? Bro, what? Okay, that was random. But yeah, I'm asking because some people, when they wear shoes, don't wear socks. I always wear socks. I think people who don't wear socks are crazy, but that's just me. But yeah. Okay, let's do some size comparison real quick. That was a crazy comment that I just read. What? Bro. Bro, what the heck was that? Bro, my fault. That comment caught me off guard big time. Mikey Tron says I don't wear socks. All right, some of y'all need to go to the hospital. All right, where's my ruler so we can do a size comparison? All right, this figure stands just about 6 inches tall. So yeah, just about 6 inches tall. That's what I expected. This is him next to the first release of our homie. It's pretty much the exact same as the best selection one, so it doesn't really matter. And I think he's about like maybe 5.5. Or no, he's just about yeah, he's close to 6 inches, but not really. Wait, what you guys saying? Shredshot, did you get a new profile photo? Canadian Sip Goji says, broski, Guatemalans also look like this. Tight shirts, baggy pants. I'm weak. Bio says, are you going to make a Zen Japanese diorama tutorial? I am not. Alright. Wait, what? Socks isn't the only thing Maki Tron doesn't put on that he probably... that he probably should. Yo, listen. How about this, guys, bro? If we get to 40 likes, I'll tell another Mikeytron 300 story, bro. We are releasing the Mikey files, all right? All right, let me stop. There's no Mikey file. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. Maxwell says, "Hey streamer, I have bad news." What's the bad news? What's good? Nameless Void 53, Mr. Streamer. All right, that's a new name. That is a new name for me. All right. Then we have the Anime Heroes Nabora, because I'm not paying a lot of money for the import version. I should get another UG SHF. I don't know if the best selection one is still available at the SHF store. I want to get that new one from season 3, the one that's coming out. So that's him next to her. This is him next to the what's it called? Anime icons or heroes. I was gonna say Sasuke. I said Sasuke. This figure is weird because I like it, but the torso is too long. I don't know. Like, he's built like Machine Gun Kelly. If you guys know what I'm talking about, he's just all torso. Let's see. Metal Bricks, what's good? He says, finally got the Sonic 3 Jax figures. Bro, I know you're gonna have mad fun with those figures, bro. Dragon Motion, that is the craziest thing I've heard. What? Why would you say that, Dragon Motion? That's insane. That was diabolical. That's insane, bro. What did I just read? Why are my dogs barking? Let's see. Shred Trap says Jar Jar had a 3D printer. I'm not even gonna read that. Never mind. Let's see. The Total Anime, yes, Total Anime. That's what I meant. Total Anime. Canadian Sergoji. Wait, what happened? Yeah, I know. That's I don't know what I just read. Yeah, bro. He is built like Machine Gun Kelly, bro. He is built. Yo, is that King Just? By the way, guys, we are no longer saying the catchphrase from my guy Justin ever again. Listen, no. We are no longer saying that catchphrase ever again. Okay, it is just King Just from now on, or Justin, bro. We are not saying you guys know what I mean. If you guys been around the channel, you know the catchphrase. We are no longer saying that catchphrase ever again. Listen, we're no longer saying it again. That's all I'm gonna say. Never, ever. Listen, if you know why, you know why. I'm not even gonna say why, but if you know, you know. Anyway, this is him next to the T13 Gojo figure of them wearing the same outfit damn near. And then I'm going to show them next to the other Gojo figure from T13 in just a second. Let's see. Real Josh Animate says, yo, sub, why are SHF so expensive? I want to get Toji, but I don't want to spend $150. Well, you got to remember, retail price is $100, which is still a lot of money, don't get me wrong. It's also scalpers, bro. Well, it's not just them as well. Obviously, these companies, throughout time are going to charge more and more. It's just very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Yeah. But then this is... Wait, let me move him to the side a little bit. And this is big homie right here, next to the other T13 Gojo figure. And these are all the Jujutsu Kaisen figures that I have in my collection. Obviously not including Toji. I do plan on getting more though, but this is just what I have right now, alright? Because I'm not too I like the show, don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm not clamoring for the new, Jujutsu Kaisen figures. I thought about getting more of these, what's it called, Anime Heroes versions. I don't think they look that bad. I know people clown them, but they're really not that bad. And plus, I just don't care. I just don't care. But some of the SHF ones I will get though. I will get. Bro, is the stream lagging for you guys or is it just me? Yo, is that my guy Patrick in the chat? Alright, that's enough of the comparisons. Let's get into this figure. So, let's check out the articulation real quick. Okay. Alright, just making sure that the lighting is good. Wait. Okay, we're good. Alright. The head, how does this work? Oh, whoa. I don't know what's up with that neck joint right there. But for some reason, bro's Adam's apple is poking out. Can I just do? Yeah, let's just try that. What if I hold it down? Okay, so obviously with his neck, he can look all the way up, and then he can look even that much, which is crazy. Hopefully that's just my copy, but he can look down this much as well. Essentially, his chin is touching his chest. I don't know why the neck is like that. That's quite unfortunate. Yeah, it's like turning with the figure. I don't like that. Maybe I can try to fix that. But the head obviously rotates all around. There you go. For the shoulders, let's see. Do you got butterfly joints? Yes, you do. Okay. You got some butterfly joints in there. That's pretty nice. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. That's how you do a butterfly joint right there, buddy. All right. Arms rotate all around. Bicep swivel is nice. All right, let's see. Goes up that much. Okay. Bro got a good physique. I said what I said. But, okay, we got a lot of range of motion. Double jointed? Nice. Obviously, the hands rotate up, down, all that good stuff. Now, let's see how good the torso articulation is. Let's see. So, he can move back. Whoa, he can move back far. Look at that. Bro, that neck joint is so weird, bro. Why is he like that? Why is it moving like that? Anyone else in this chat have this figure? And if so, does yours move like that? All right. How much can you move forward? Okay. Okay, so for SHF, it's like a standard because they don't do ab crunch anymore. The top part can rotate, and obviously the waist can rotate all around. Swivel. Okay, so there is some good motion in the torso. But obviously, like typical from SHF, there's no real ab crunch with their figures anymore. That's just how it is now. Well, I don't even want to just blame SHF. A lot of figures today, I realize, don't really even have ab crunch. I don't understand why that is. A lot of figures today don't have ab crunch. Well, it's not necessarily just about ab crunch, but good, like, torso movement. This one obviously does, but I don't know why figures just can't crunch forward. Not only that, have you guys realized that boot rotation is almost non-existent now? I don't know why that is. And there's been people that have outright told me, bro, no company does boot rotation. Like, how you gonna tell me, bro? I've been collecting forever. Like, yes, they do. But they just take it away now. I don't know why. I do not know why. But, bro, why is my stream, bro, on my phone that I'm using to watch the stream, this thing keeps, like, crashing for me. But, can you do a split? Okay, kind of. He can kind of do a split. Not really. That's kind of crazy that a McFarlane figure can do a split and this can't, but it's all right. Kick up that much. How about the knees? Okay, good knee bend. Bro got XL baggy pants. This is like what Soulja Boy used to wear back in the 2000s. Obviously, thigh rotation. It's pretty nice. It's actually pretty smooth. I think everything on this figure has been smooth so far, minus that one neck joint. I don't know why. Does this rotate? Yes, it does. This rotates all around. Oh, there's actually rotation right here. Yo, that's actually fire. Okay, we got rotation at the calf, maybe? I don't know what you'd like call this part. The ankle. Feet bend that much. Kick up that much. Toe bend, little toe bend. And does this ankle pivot? Yes, sir. All right. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I like that. Okay, let's see. Let's check out the accessories that Big Homie comes with. What you guys saying? Moon Guy says, will you ever consider buying the Mayfax movie Venom? I thought about it, but the thing is, Mikey's trying a couple years ago, I think it was 2023 maybe, he bought me the SH Figuarts movie Venom, and I'm pretty happy with that one. The Mayfax one looks outstanding though, I'll give it to Mayfax, but I'm good. Patrick says, I know someone has probably said this, but this body makes a perfect, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. I wonder if the heads could swap on this figure. Actually, let's find out. Because I do have an SHF Gojo head that could work. Because obviously he comes with one. We'll see. Is he peak? I think this figure's alright so far. I obviously got to, like, you know, test it out more. Stretcher says, do you like my new profile photo, by the way? Do you want your Unraveled Prime drawing to have tactical armor or medieval armor? Ooh. Let's do medieval armor. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let's see. Do one more comparison of Toji versus Jada Toys Blanca. All right, that's random, but I got you. That's a random comparison, but you asked for it. This is him next to the Jada Toys Blanca figure. By the way, fantastic figure. Fantastic figure. What's good, Jar Jar, my son? What's good, Rexzilla? Bro, what did I just read? Can his belt move? Yes. I said it earlier that the belt can indeed move around. Bro said acknowledge me? Bro. Okay. Do I have any Power Ranger figures? Not anymore. I sold all my Power Ranger figures a couple years ago. May a Flight Reacts figure? That is so random. Fireblaze says, is the police sirens I hear? Probably. Probably. Bro, this Blanca figure is amazing, bro. Jada Toys is still killing it. I hope they make this figure in different colors. I'll definitely buy them. Isn't one of the different colors where he's like blue and his fur is yellow? Let's see. Okay, let's check out his accessories real quick. So let me just get them out of the packaging. Okay. Are you ever thinking of getting Blockies? I have one Blockies figure. I thought about getting the Pokemon Blocky figures and then the Marvel Rivals figure. Or Marvel Rivals figures. Those are the ones I thought about. Alright, so we got homie's worm. Pause. I said pause. This thing is disgusting. I never liked this. This looks weird. I don't like this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Why he got texturing in his head? I don't like that. But yeah, we got homie's purple worm. Pause. Double pause on that one. But yeah, I never mess with homie. But he articulated though. He is articulated. So there's that. I don't like the way this looks. It feels so gross. Oh my god, this feels so gross. This is disgusting, bro. Jar Jar, you're getting boomed. You're getting boomed for that one, homie. That was alright. Anyway, we got two swords. We got this one right here. This one, actually, you got some nice detail in here. Let's look at this. So this sword, you got some like weathering details in there where it's all like a little beat up. I like that. We got the fur right about here, the handle, and we got the end of it that looks like a predator, not a predator. It looks like an alien's mouth. So there's that. Does it come with a pistol? No. Is he supposed to come with a pistol? Is this like the hidden weapon that I don't know about? Then we have this smaller blade right here. Now, I've seen people take a Lego, I think it's this one. Was it this one or the other one? I've seen people take a Lego chain and attach it to one of the swords. Is it this one that people are doing it to, or is it the other one? But this one got some nice detail in there. And then we got the... Oh, I just peeped. So this isn't even a new head sculpt. This is just a faceplate for the Gojo figure. Oh, say less. Okay. But yeah, so I think this is a brand new head sculpt. So it's definitely not a head. It's just a faceplate. So that means I gotta buy the head sculpt. Not the head sculpt, the figure now. But here's Gojo's Team Light Skin ass. You got the bloody hair. You got some nice paint in there. Paint shading. I like that. And then we got Gojo with the blood on his face and his blue eyes. That's pretty nice. Get 1 second, guys. There's still more. We got his, I guess you can say, windswept hair, where his hair is like towards the side or more towards the back, actually. He has this crazy face right about here. There we go. Nice. So he does come with 2 head sculpts, so that's nice. Here are his alternate faceplates that I'm pretty sure work with all the heads. I don't know why these faces look so funny to me, bro. I don't know. Something about it looks funny. But there's that. Then we got the piece to where I'm assuming this is what you use to attach the worm to the figure. I don't know the worm's name. I just call him Worm, but this is the piece that you use, I'm assuming. And then we got some hands. We got these grabbing hands right here. Then we have these. I don't know what you call these, bro. What do you even call these, bro? I guess when he's grabbing his own hands, maybe? Oh, bro. I don't even know what you would call this, but his hands are, you know, grasped together. Look weird. I don't know why. This thing is like the knuckles that look so scary about it. And then we have relaxed hands. And then we have these item holding hands. Right there. And then obviously he comes with the pair of fists that's on the figure. So let me see, how do I attach the worm to the figure? There's gotta be instructions. There's gotta be instructions on here. Oh, yes there is. Yes there is. So look, they actually tell you what to do. So, you know, you gotta get the Gojo figure for that. And then you gotta pop off the head. Okay, so you do gotta pop off the head to put the worm on there. Okay, that makes sense. And then obviously it shows you how to interchange the faces and whatnot. Same thing with the sword. Okay, good to know, good to know. All right, before we do that, what you guys talking about in the chats? What you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Do I have Goku Black figure? I think I have like 2 or 3 of them, maybe. I don't remember. I think I have 2. I think. I think I'm getting more Godzilla figures. Yes, kinda. The thing about it is that I obviously I do buy Godzilla figures, but it's not on my like top priority, if that makes any sense. That's just the truth of the matter. It's not like obviously that I don't like Godzilla or anything like that, but it's just essentially I'll get a Godzilla figure when I want to get one, you know? I know that sounds weird, but it's just the truth. Like I'm not gonna go crazy like, oh, a new Godzilla figure came out, let me get it. Like it has to be something like I actually really want or that's catching my eye. Anyway, so you pop the neck off. So that's, I think that explains why the neck is so attached to the head, because of this piece right here. So that way it can come off in one go, which actually now makes sense, and I like that. So you just attach this, and the worm's attachment will be on the back of the figure. I like that. Who's my favorite JJK figure? Not figure, character? Nobora. Nobora Ghetto. One of those two. But let's put the worm on the figure. So let's see. How did the instructions say to do that? Let me look at this real quick. Also, guys, it's very important to look at the figure's, what's it called? Instructions. It's always very important. You never want to just raw dog a figure. Like how Mikey... All right, let me stop. I'm not even going to say what I was about to say. Anyway. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so it says on the instructions, right, to pull this section of the worm out. Don't lose this piece, of course, but pull this out, and this is what attaches to the back of the figure. So let me just do that right now. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Your homie is trying to do this. There we go. Bro, this looks so gross. I don't like this, bro. Why would he have this as like, I don't even know, like a buddy, a companion? Like, who is like, yo, let me get a giant purple worm to be wrapped around me like this? But hey, man, that's him. That's him. So I attached it to him. And what's good about this is obviously, again, that it is articulated. So you could move this guy around if you want. This actually does look kind of cool. But it just looks weird. I don't know. Like, guys, would you have this? Like, if you had, like, I guess their powers and whatnot, right? Would you guys be jacking this worm? Pause. Would you guys be jacking this worm? Yo, New York slang that cannot be used in, like, normal normal sentences, bro. You guys know what I mean, bro. You guys know what I mean by if you would, like, have this or not. That's not what I meant, bro. What's my favorite figure in my collection? The Toy Biz Marvel Legends Juggernaut figure, or the Beast Deities Broly figure. One of the many that I have. BO says, I'm gonna go to sleep, man. I've been awake since 5 a.m. Sorry for staying for a short amount of time. Bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. You don't gotta apologize. Yo, Spirit Sonic, what's good? Patrick says, I love how Xavier's admitted that he ain't crazy for Godzilla or any new figures of it, so it gives me the chance to say that I'm the exact opposite. Nah, it's not like I'm not crazy for Godzilla. Like, that's obviously my dude. But it's just there's other figures that I'm more interested in, and then on top of that, I have more room for. You know what I mean? Actually, let's put the weapons on this figure, by the way. But but I am thinking about getting the Hiya Toys Godzilla from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. That one looks phenomenal. I've been watching reviews about it. I don't know why that one in particular is catching my eye, but if it's as good as these reviews make it seem like, then we'll see. We will see. Jurassic says, do you like Dragon Ball? Indeed. Rexzilla says, oh yeah, when are you going to watch our stop motion on your live stream? Well, I thought it was going to be this month, and, well, that's not going to work out for me. Things just happen, bro. Things just happen. But I can say, speaking of stop motion, your boy, right? Your boy is editing my Deadpool versus Wolverine stop motion, and it's going good so far. So you guys will see it this coming week. I don't have a release date just yet. Well, actually, no, I do. It's the release date, the guaranteed release date is Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday, the 21st. However, I am low-key tempted to drop it on Wednesday because, fun fact, I didn't even know this until recently. It is, I think this coming Wednesday will be I was gonna say 100 years. 1 year since I dropped TMNT 3. So I'm low-key tempted to drop it on like the 1 year. But I'm also like, nah, I think I'll drop it on Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. Fireblade says, I just know Xavier says some things that can get him canceled off camera. Yes, sir. Listen, bro, I'm not lying. Patrick says, funny enough, the worm can also work on the SHF Getso since he acquires the exact worm as one of his curses in JJK Zero long after Toji's death. Bro, it's been a minute. That's the movie, right? I know it was on Netflix for a period of time. Goji Jojo says, we're getting the Hiya 1991 Godzilla Heat Ray Unraveled. I don't know if I'm getting the Heat Ray version or the regular one. That I don't know. What do you use to edit? I use the app called InShot. I bought the full version of it, and that's what I use to edit. But I also use other apps to edit depending on what I'm trying to do. I also use iMovie a lot, and I use there's an Instagram editing app called Edits. That's more for like shorts and whatnot. Yo, what's good, Boxing Man, bro? He says, I just went to my father's funeral. Bro, sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're, you know, hope you're strong. I hope things get better. That's a very sad thing to deal with. It's a sad thing to deal with. All right, Jar Jar. Bro, I'm about to just snatch your mod away, bro. It's getting to a point, bro. It's getting to a point. Anyway, this is him holding his little sword right here. Fits good in the hand. Let's see. And then, actually, let me put this other sword. Bro said no. How you gonna tell me no? I own the channel. What the heck? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna... It says I gotta pull the sheath off the figure. Not the figure, off the sword. I don't know how. This thing is not coming off. Okay, so they're saying in the instruction, bro, that... Let's move this to the back. They're saying to pull this off, right? But mine is not coming off at all. I used to use CapCut, but CapCut decided to just ruin everything. Yeah. How much would it bet someone selling the worm for $50 on eBay? Bro, that's one thing I hate about people on eBay. They'll take one of these accessories, like, let's say this faceplate, and be like, yeah, $25. How? What universe? Sometimes I want to, like, message these people on eBay and be like, all right, bro. Like, what are you doing? All right, guys. I was able to get the sword off. So, let's put the sword on the figure. I was able to finesse it. Let's put this on. Let's do this. Bro, why won't it work? Maybe it's because my hands are low-key, like, a little sweaty. I'm not gonna lie. Give me 1 second. Toji should have had a bloody face to go along with Teen Gojo's bonus face. I'm not gonna lie, I have a weird feeling that they're gonna make a second version of this figure with, like, bloody or battle damage. I have a weird feeling, because that just seems like that's, like, the norm now. Alright, there we go. Okay. There we go. This actually does look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This figure is tough. What's the thing you guys say? Aura? Bro, what you guys saying? What's like that new thing you guys say is aura, right? Bro's aura forming right now. Bro got the sword, the dagger, the worm, pause. Bro got the go into the bodega 13s. You guys know the vibes. This actually looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. This looks fire. I wish I had the Gojo figure to put this head sculpt on, or faceplate, but I do not have that. I do not have that. Well, what you guys saying? Boxing Bro says, but good news, I found out that the guy I was fighting in Russia got injured, and the guy was a giant, so now I'm fighting someone my size. Bro was about to fight Ivan Drago. God damn. God damn. Damn, bro. You dodged a bullet there. Baker says I missed their comment. Alright, bro. I'm not gonna read what you just said. That's crazy. Goji Jojo says I'm making a big essay speech on paper for y'all. Okay. Goji Jojo is about to give a speech. About to give a big speech. Guys, I'm gonna say something, and I want you guys to let me know if I'm cringe for this, alright? When I was online at the Tamashii Nation store, again, there was a line of people outside the store, and I was thinking to myself, right? I was like, I wonder if any of these people are subscribed to me. And sometimes I think about that, right? Like, when I'm in, like, a setting that, like, I feel like... Now, I'm not saying, like, random people on the street. I'm talking about, like, let's say I'm at a book off or anime store or whatever the case may be. I sometimes wonder, like, are any of these people subscribed to me? And I think that because I feel like because they're here, they probably have come across my content before. You know what I mean? Actually, let's put the faceplates on. I want to see that. Let me try that. And that's not to, like... Again, I want to make it, like, clear that, like, that's not me trying to, like act like I'm famous or anything, because God knows I'm far from that, but I'd be wondering that, because I'm like, huh. Like, when I go to, like, a comic book store, I ask myself, like, I wonder if any of these people are buying, like, Marvel Legends or something, right? Or whatever the case they're buying. I wonder if they've seen one of my videos. That's not cringe? Okay. I be sometimes thinking, like, is that cringe? Alright, I'm glad to know that you guys don't think it is. Koji Jojo says, you, Fireblade, and Dallas. Bruh. Add that to the compilation video. You and Dallas have to read it on stream? Okay. Alright. I got you. Next time we do it, I got you. Stretcher says, I'm making the drawing. I think I got the right hairline. Alright. That automatically tells me that I'm about to have a fried hairline. Speaking of that, I'm probably going to get a haircut tomorrow, too. Jar Jar wants me to see what I sent him. I don't know if I want to do that, bro. Bruh. Well, actually, let me see real quick. Alright, that's a good one, Jar Jar. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. Patrick says, believe it or not, despite how close I am to New York, I have never been to the Tamashii Nation store. I think you would like it, bro. Obviously, I know your main thing is Godzilla. I know you collect other stuff as well, but they have a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. And obviously they got the insanely expensive SH monsters. Baker says, do you make any custom figures? It's rare for me to make a custom figure. Most customs I guess I do are very minuscule touch-ups or mods and stuff like that. It's nothing too insane. Or fix-ups, I guess what you call it. Bro, what's that random pink spot on my hand? I just peeped that. Bro, why is his faceplate so tight? I gotta be careful with these. Jar Jar says, get the silver mohawk. I'm never getting my mohawk, bro. I'm never doing that again. Unless someone donates a bunch of money, I'm not doing the mohawk. Now that was a joke. No one donate, okay? That was a joke. I'm not doing the mohawk, so do not donate money. That's not gonna happen. Actually, let me pop off the head and put the other one on. Fireblade says, I'm wondering how many times have you considered to take away Jar Jar's mod? I've taken away his mod at least 4 times already. Since I came back to the channel. Ever since I guess I made him mod, I've taken it away at least 4 times now. Fireblade says, bro, how can you make the words bold white? What do you mean? Bold white? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm putting on the ultimate head. Yo, am I crazy? What the heck? I'm trying to get this head sculpt on, but it's not going on. What? Guys, give me 1 second. Something's off right here. Am I bugging? Oh, they're doing this? Okay, I understand it now. Okay, guys, this is the issue, right? So I don't like when SHF does this, but here's the predicament, right? You gotta take this part of the head out, right? And swap it. I don't like this. I never liked when SHF did this, but you gotta swap it, and that's how you do it. Man, I never liked when they did this, bro. I don't know why, but they just, oh, man, I think this sucks. So that's how you switch the regular hair with the windswept one. I never liked when they did this. That's so lame. That's straight butt. Bruh. That's so lame. Boo, SHF. This figure's a 0 out of 10 now. Nah, I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. Bro, that's so lame. Why? Why would they do it like that? I've never, ever liked that. I'm not jacking that, bro. That's bad jacks. I said what I said. What do you guys think of this figure so far? What do you guys think of this figure? I'm essentially learning it with you guys as well. I'm not gonna lie, I like this figure so far. I think this is a cool figure. This is the windswept hair. and I just put a little crazy face on there. The worm on this figure sits very well, and I think it was smart because it's on like the neck of the figure. So this is pretty cool. I feel like you can get a lot of poses with this guy. It's very smooth as well, and I like that. I like how smooth this figure feels. Now, obviously, I'm not the greatest when it comes to posing, but yeah. This feels very smooth in the hand. I feel like I'm not going to have much issues with this figure. At first, I thought the neck being so tight to the figure sucked. But now, seeing the process of interchanging the heads and whatnot, I understand why they went that way. So actually, I think it was very smart of SHF. Let's see what you guys said. Fireblast is what we get a fifth time. I don't know. Jar Jar gotta say something crazy for me to snatch his mod away. Let's put these guys in the background. What do you guys think of Jujutsu Kaisen? Like I said before, bruh. Like I said before, it's one of those animes that I like. I just don't understand what's going on. I'm just there to have fun. Like I'm just there to have fun. But I'm definitely gonna buy more of the figures that they're coming out with. Baker says I have a Scar figure from Hulk, and his one arm is loose. Any idea how to fix it? Is it the shoulder or the bicep? Like, what about his shoulder, bicep, elbow? Like, what about the arm? Patrick says, yeah, I've been thinking about my next Kaiju SHF figure because I really need to get a new SH Monster Arts figure that ain't Godzilla or Kong, like Gigan, Gamera, hell, even Legion if I can. Well, Patrick, I can tell you if you do go to the Tamashii Nation store, they do have Gamera. There's one where he has like a fire blast. I don't know what's the name of it. There's one of that there. The rest, however, is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes and Red Eyes Dragon, Yu-Gi-Moto, -1 exclusive Godzilla, the one that's like 160 with the atomic breath. There's the obviously Kong, the SDCC Kong. There's that $300 Ghidorah figure. There's the Night Color Godzilla. I feel like I'm missing someone else. There's Destroyer. There's that there. I think that's all from the top of my head, I think. Yo, Patrick says that he's buying the $300 Ghidorah. That's what he said, actually. I don't know if you guys knew that. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he actually told me that he was gonna buy the $300 Ghidorah figure. Now, you guys are probably wondering, when did he say that? Sources, yeah. Sources, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this Toji figure's guy. I'm trying to get him with his the hand where his fingers are clenched together. I'm trying to pose that right now. Give me 1 second, guys. This figure looks really good. I feel like this is one of those figures that probably is good to do a stop motion with. Am I ever going to do that? Probably not. Because I do a stop motion once a year. Ain't that something, guys? Bro, I remember I used to be so active with stop motion. Before, I used to be like... Bro, it's just crazy. I really do stop motion now. It's all good, though. It's all good. My legacy is undebated now. But don't worry. I got you guys with the new stop motion next week. Yo, guys, should I here for the stop motion, or should I just upload it regular? The video is probably going to be 6 minutes long. I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It's probably going to be like 6 minutes long. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Oh, I did this wrong. Bruh. So I realized that this is supposed to be, like, his arms backwards. But essentially it looks like a volleyball thing. Like, it looks like he's about to play volleyball. And he's going to hit the ball upward. F it. That's just the pose now. Bro's playing volleyball. Any of you guys play volleyball? Patrick does absolutely know what you're talking about. The SH Monster Arts Gamera... I don't even know how to pronounce that. Sendai Decisive battle version from Gamera 2 Attack of Legion. Isn't it I forgot who it was. Isn't it Cyber Kaiju who has the Legion figure, I think? I think it is Cyber Kaiju, right? Who has the Legion? Jar says, whenever Xavier strips my mod, it's like when Magneto strips Wolverine skeleton. Alright, that's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. Alright, so we got what we feel about this lineup right here. Is this L Collections? Be honest, guys. I know my Jujutsu Kaisen collection is cheeks, but nah, this ain't that bad, bro. Come on, we got the T13. Come on, we all love Titan 13. Am I right, guys? None of us has ever had to say anything negative about Titan 13. Like, come on, guys. Am I right? Like, come on, bro. We all love them, right, guys? Right? Yeah. Yeah, we all love Titan 13. Yes, we do. But I think this is a decent collection. A little decent one until I get more. I really want to get Geto and Gojo SHF. Maybe I'll get more. I don't know. But some of these figures, Figma and SHF, you know what's crazy about that too? I remember when those figures came out and no one bought them. They were literally, I remember, on Amazon for like $40 because no one was buying them. And if you guys scroll all the way back in my community tab, you guys can see I even made a poll if I should buy those figures or if you guys like them. And because they were so cheap, I thought about buying them. And now they're worth hundreds of dollars. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? What you guys saying? Cyber Kaiju does have the SH Monster as Legion. That's such a crazy figure, bro. That's one of those figures that you have and it's like a flex. Like Cyber Kaiju, right? Like that's a flex. If anyone was ever to talk shit about him, which I dare you, I'd boom you. But listen, if anyone were to talk shit about my guy, Cyber Kaiju can deadass be like, yeah, but I got SH Monster Arts Legion. And then it's over. Like the conversation's over, bro. He won. Like that's a flex. Fireblade. He says, next thing you know, next year will be Godzilla stop motion, then an anime stop motion, then a King in Black stop motion. I don't know about all that, buddy. I don't know about all that. I don't know what's my next one. I have a lot of things written down. I'll tell you guys this. So obviously the next stop motion is confirmed is Deadpool versus Wolverine. I have had these ideas written down, okay? Yes, a script is done and ready for all these ideas that I'm about to say, okay? That doesn't mean that any of these are going to happen immediately, but scripts are ready, okay? Five Nights at Freddy's. I actually have two versions for that video. I have two versions. I just got to decide on which one I'll go with. TMNT 4, that's already a done deal. I just got to do some light revisions, but that's a done deal. What else is there? This one... I'm gonna be honest with you. This one, I have rewritten 1,000 times, specifically for like the ending. But I have rewritten this a bunch of times, so I don't know if this exact version is gonna be the one if I go with it. But yes, I have thought about doing the final part of my horror series of Freddy versus Jason versus Michael. That video, I want that to be like. You guys know how my Avengers Endgame series was like massive, like especially the finale. I want that video to be like on that type of level where it's like this insanely long final battle of just these three horror icons. Like essentially, I want to leave it all out there and give you guys the bloodiest, like creative, like back and forth battle between these three icons. Like. But I just can't decide on an ending. Like, I've literally have written so many different versions of that story and the ending. I can't decide. But those are the three stop motions that I have essentially, like, not done, but, like, written if I decide to do anything else past Deadpool versus Wolverine. Boxing Man Bro says... his opponent's left eye is going blind. I have to fight a guy my height. Oh, that's the giant you was talking about. Yeah. Baker says you gotta get the mini hockey sticks at McDonald's and have the meal, then do it. Open it and pose it with the figures. So McDonald's has mini chopsticks is what I'm hearing. Bro, why is my stream continuing to crash? But what do you guys think of those ideas that I talked about? Shred Trap says check the channel. All right, let's see. What he posted? I see you got new fan art. Not fan art. I see you got a new channel art. Bro, what? Yo, Shred Trap. This is fire. Oh, nah, I'm posting this, bro. Shred Trap, you cooked with this one, bro. Bro, why does this actually look like me for real? Guys, you guys see that? That actually looks like me. Bro. Yo, that's actually fire, bro. You know what's crazy? It looks like my dad. Oh my god. Jesus, that literally looks like my dad too. Wow. That is fire. That Shred Trap, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That was heat. Yo, Shred Trap, when's the next Five Nights at Freddy's stop motion, bro? You got some views on your last two. The Massacre at Freddy's and the Unheard Victim. Bro, those both got 100 views, bro. When's the next one? Bro, that's fire. What you guys saying? Patrick says, I probably would get the SH Monster Arts 1995 Gamera because that's easily my favorite Gamera design. Also, they had that new Godzilla, the one that fought Biollante. I forgot what they're called, the movie something version. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about with the box. With the new, like, box. I think it has, like, a poster of, like, the movie. That Godzilla was also at the Tamashii Nation store, but I'm not paying $130 for that. I think it's like $120, $130. Gojo Jojo says my Monsterverse Goji versus Gojira 1954 and some upcoming video deals will be written on paper. I seen, bro. I seen that you've been posting that in the group chat. Spider Mikey, my goat. He says I'm working on a video which is technically a round 2 to the Gohan versus Vegeta video. And I think it'll do well. I just have no motivation. Bro. No. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Listen, when people say, oh, I don't have any motivation, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because let me tell you guys, this is the trick to motivation, right? If you came up with the idea and you started it, and it's something that you actually brought yourself to start doing or thought to yourself, that would be cool, let me start working on this, that means you have the motivation. That means the motivation was there. That just means you got to get back on that bike, buddy, and keep going. That's the trick right there. Spider Mikey says, I don't know if I said this in the stream, but I got SSJ Vegeta. Yes, I remember that. Bro, the Gamma 1 and 2 figures you got are fire. Fireblade says, I'm sad to say it, but I think my own King in Black project is on the verge of cancellation and just being out on hold for a very, very long time. Listen. It's all good, all right? It's all good. Whether you want to go, whether you want to do it or go back to it, you have that option, you know? Listen, one thing I learn in life is never say never, you know? Like, you never know. I don't know if I'm ever going to do a sequel to Dragon Ball Ultimates or my Avengers stuff, probably not for that one, or my horror series, but listen, you never say never, okay? Never say never. Did I pre-order Yuji? Are you talking about the new one? Because I did not pre-order that one. Shred Trap says I can't decide what FNAF story I want to make. Bro, you can do anything. You can do anything, bro. Anything. You can do anything. Even little test videos, bro. Yes, the Graphic Plus figures. That's what I meant, Patrick. Baker says, who would have won in a fight, 2003 Shredder or 2012 Shredder? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm more biased towards 2012, so I'm going to go with that one. Patrick says, I personally think that the Shin Godzilla from that movie graphics line looks sick, but 180? 180? Oh my god, bro. 180? He doesn't even come with a beam effect, I bet. Bro, 180? Yo, SHF, bro. What are we doing? Hiya Toys, get to work, homie. Nah, actually, I can't say that because Hiya Toys is going to make one that's regular and then make like a Heat Ray version. And that's like going to be like $60 each. So that's probably going to come out to the same price of an SHF. No, not really. It'll be cheaper still. But I know what you mean. Bro, Cyber Kaiji, yeah, the new SH Monster is Mega Anguirus. Guys, am I saying that right? Mega Anguirus or Mega Gearus? I don't know. That's one character I never knew how to pronounce correctly. He said it looks great, but I think 220 is a bit high. Yes, that's another thing. 220? What? Yo, 220, bro? Who comes up with these prices, man? Yo, 220 is insane. I don't even want to spend 220 on Godzilla. I'll spend 220 on Destroyer, but I'm not spending 220 on this Moth. Like, come on, bro. Speaking of that, where's the new Mothra figures, bro? I'm tired of it. I don't want Monster vs. Mothra. I don't like that design. I like the old school ones. Those Mothras, bro, that's where it's at. Matter of fact, where are the old Kong figures, bro? I need the Kong from the first movie. I need the one where he faced Godzilla. I need the goofy one, bro. Oh my god, bro. SHF or SH Monsters, get to work, buddy. Get to work. What else you guys saying? Fireblade says, look, we need Xavier to do Avengers Goons Day and Avengers Secret Wars. You know what's funny, guys? So in the scripts that I've written for Doomsday, the code, like the joke word between me and my friends, like we call it Goons Day instead of Doomsday. So that's like actually like the name of it in the script. It's obviously like it is supposed to be Doomsday, but the joke between us is that it's called Goons Day. Spider Mikey says, honestly, the biggest problem with videos is my little brother is at my house, so I can't do stop motion on days besides Sunday. If I let him watch, he cries because I don't let him help. You know what, bro? I honestly, I've never had that issue, but I can imagine that definitely can be distracting and can also like be frustrating at the same time. So yeah, I understand. I well, not on a personal level, but I understand what you're trying to say. I can see how that can be very distracting and frustrating. Shred Trap says, I did do a test. It's my Freddy jump scare. You can watch it if you want, but I want to do a full story. Well, I will ask this. Do you guys, like, all right, for example, I know you guys, some of you guys do stop motion, right? I want to ask you guys this. Do you guys do practice stop motions that you guys don't upload, but like just do it for the sake of it? Because when I tell you guys, that's one thing that I recommend so much for people to do is to practice. Even if you don't even upload the stop motion, just do small practices. It could be a punch, it could be walking, it could be waving. Little things like that, I'm not joking, do help because it keeps you, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, it keeps you from being rusty, you know what I mean? But those are very important. That's what I mean by doing practice. Because again, like, when it's time for you to do that big video or that video you are going to upload, you have those mini stop motions to help you essentially not become rusty. But yeah. But listen, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, so I'm gonna read a few more comments and then I'm gonna skedaddle. Patrick says is Mega Gyrus. Okay, Mega Gyrus. Okay, Mega Gyrus. I gotta make sure I pronounce that right. It means I gotta practice that. Spider Mikey says, what do you think of Metal Sonic versus Cell from Death Battle? I thought the right person won. I do think Metal Sonic would beat Cell. I thought it was a very creative fight. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. Very creative. I do think Metal Sonic would have won. People forget how brawlic Sonic characters are. Baker says, do you know that TMNT 03 had a banned episode about Baxter Stockman making a new body? Oh, I guess he meant banned as in like, it is banned. Making a new body, and then following part of the episode is called Insane in the Man Brain. In the Man Brain. Patrick says, yeah, I think about it, about how we haven't got a new SH Monster as Heisei Mothra in a hot minute. Bro, exactly. Like, where is it? Cyber Kaiju says, plus, it's Mothra's year. It's the anniversary of the rebirth of Mothra movie trilogy. Exactly. Like, when are we getting Mothra, bro? When? Mothra's like in my top 5. I would even say top 3. What's your favorite Marvel character? Probably the Hulk. That's my dude. Shred Trip says, can you watch the Freddy jump scare stop motion on my channel? It could be after the stream. Yeah, bro, I got you. Patrick says, I have like 18 unuploaded videos that are practice, either done out of boredom or real practice. And honestly, that's what I should be doing right now. That's why I always tell people, right? I always recommend to practice because even if, let's just say like you're someone who thinks like, all right, maybe my videos are not that good. But if you do practice videos, whether you upload them or not, guess what? It's only going to make you better. Like I'm telling you guys, I've been doing this forever and I can tell you guys these things are real. Like it is a real thing. And listen, I'll tell you, I would even admit this. Since I did TMNT 3, I did only like 3 or 4 mini practice stop motions from the time span between then to now. And when I was doing Deadpool versus Wolverine, bro, I was getting my ass kicked, bro. I was rusty. The video's fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that because I made it. The video's fire. But listen, I'm telling you guys, it's very important to practice, all right? It's very important. But yeah, listen, guys. I have to skedaddle. I apologize for that. But listen, guys. This was a great stream. I appreciate you guys. I think this figure is good. What else is there? I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. Actually, I might stream Resident Evil 9 tomorrow. And don't worry. I got... Okay, actually, let me tell you guys this. So, I'm going to stream probably Resident Evil 9 tomorrow or Sunday, right? But I'm going to let you guys know right now, since you guys are all here. Monday through Saturday, right? I'm probably not going to upload anything or stream because I really want to lock in and focus on editing and like really making sure that Deadpool versus Wolverine editing wise is on point. I don't want to look back like and be like, I should have done this or that. Like I really want to take time and make sure that video is edited correct, okay? So, but trust me, the video's fire. It's probably going to be 6 minutes long, okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't want to do anything super long because I'm rusty. But listen, I'm telling you guys the video is fire. I can't wait for it. I'm taking my time with it. I want it to be visually nice, sound on point. You guys know the vibes, okay? Listen.
But look, guys, make sure to like this if you guys haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. One more thing. Follow me on Instagram at UnraveledPicturesTM, and I'll see you guys